Hello and welcome back to Game Vitamins. My name is Nick, and in today's video we have a really exciting announcement. I am going to be opening up my very own LGS, and you will all be coming along for the ride as we do it from start to finish. So, what else can I say other than welcome to the Gathering Grounds? Yes, I know that this is insane. It hasn't even really sunk in with me. I mean, I've been in this space for a little bit of time now, just starting to do some prep work, and you know, it still is a bit of a surprise that this is now mine and will become what I believe to be the coolest LGS in the USA. Yes, I know that sounds intense. I know people are already going to be saying, who the heck are you? No way. But hey, shoot for the stars. So let me just back up here, because again, I mean, take it all in. This is a little bit of the space behind me, and I am so excited to get the ball rolling. I have so much to cover, realistically. I want to give you a little bit of a tour. I want to talk about my philosophy behind why I'm doing this, what enticed me to just take the leap into opening a retail store when my business background is certainly not in retail, and just a little bit of everything. Because this is totally out of the blue for most of you. Some of you have already known about this. But all of that aside, let's start by taking a quick tour. I think that is going to be what most people want to see. It's what I was definitely super excited about. I mean, this space has a lot going for it, and there's a lot that we're going to be doing. So how about we go along for a little bit of a walk through here, and you get an idea of what it is that we're working with. And then again, I want to talk a little bit more as to why it is that I'm doing this. Why am I just diving into opening a store? There's a lot behind that, and I'll get into it, but I think most people want to check it out first. So come along. I'm gonna lift you up here. Hopefully this isn't too shaky, but as you can see, first and foremost, the huge mural wall. So I'm already working with a local muralist to do the coolest Magic the Gathering themed mural spanning the whole entire wall, going through white, blue, black, red, green, focusing on 16 different subjects. It's going to be, which I might as well just spoil it, but we're going to have 5 modern planeswalkers from each color, as well as the vintage cards that I feel are very iconic to the game. Actually, one of them is not vintage, but is just so iconic within my friend group, as well as the game in general. If you can guess what it is a red card. So throw that down below. I'll let you know if you're right. As well as in the middle, we're going to focus the name, Gathering Grounds, a black lotus, and all of the moxes strung together on what is like a continuous necklace. So I've worked again with a local muralist to design this. She will be starting in the coming months, and I can't wait to get footage up as this space starts to get built out. That is going to be the wow factor. You step in the door, which is right behind me here, and it will be the first thing you see walking in. So I wanted to start with that because it is by far my favorite aspect of the space. So over here, right when you walk in, we're going to be turning this into a bit of a kiosk space where you can come in, sit down, and hop on some computers, lay out your cards, see what you have, see what you need to buy, what's in our inventory. So that's kind of what this space will be. It was originally a reception desk. Trying to repurpose it, mainly because I kind of like this tucked away feel. There's a door that specifically comes into here. You don't feel like you're floating in the middle of the space. But if I don't really like it, I might still set up some kiosks and a little bit more of like a sit-down hangout spot. So we'll see how it goes. Now, this space, I really want to focus a lot on the play. So right when you walk in, we're going to put up some high top tables, and this won't just be Magic the Gathering. There's going to be other TCGs, there's going to be other tabletop games, and you'll be able to come in, rent games, rent decks, something that I've actually, no, I haven't talked about that. I've talked about selling custom decks, but that is kind of one of the angles and ideas as well, just for a fun side part of it, where you could come in, rent a deck, sit down, play it, and maybe if you win, you decide to put that rental deposit towards the deck, buy it, and take it home. One of my friends is an incredible deck builder, so I know he's really pumped just to be able to put some ideas down and have people try them out. So walking into the main space, what I would call the retail divide here, this is where you would actually have product for sale. We have our wall panels, which will be mounted with display cases and singles, some floating shelves down below that will have different tabletop games, board games, accessories, all of the stuff you need to ensure a very fun time in your gaming life. So over here we have a TV, as you can see. I mean, nothing so crazy, but a cool feature that's going to be here is a featured items shelf. It's going to be sort of like a glass case, you know, lights shining on it, coming from the top. And over here we will have information, maybe about latest releases, some videos, trailers, different product videos, any sort of information that we think could be either useful, interesting, whatever. So this is going to be kind of like a singles and high-end product wall. Maybe you have some collector boxes stuffed away in there, locked away, and you talk a little bit about the different sets. I really am trying to make this a super inviting area for people who have maybe never even dipped their toes into tabletop games, TCGs, or anything of the sorts. So this kind of already jumps to my philosophy on why I want to do what I'm doing here, but let me touch on it just for a second, and we will then continue the tour to the play space and the back rooms. I want to talk about this a little bit because I think it's really important as to part of the reason why I'm doing this. So first of all, you have potentially heard my angle on LGSs, my general sentiment. It's not super high. In general, I think that for the way things have changed over all these years, game stores are still kind of stuck in the early 2000s. When I walk into them, they feel the same as when I was just a kid walking in and wanting to hang out and look through the cases. They're kind of sterile, a little dingy. I mean, I'm not saying this is all of them. Some people run some really, really cool shops, but it's just been my general interaction with people and the industry. So when I started polling people saying, what is your relationship with game stores? I got a lot of, well, I've gone to them, but they don't feel super inviting, or, it's not really, the communities are awesome, but I think there's this boundary that people need to get over before they can really integrate themselves within that community. So that is where I started thinking, you go to a brewery or a nice new restaurant or, I don't know, clothing store, or whatever it might be. They have all really adapted to the times and made cool, hip, just fun experiences. Something that when you go there, it feels like an experience. And it made me realize that there's not really any game stores like that. So, I've always really enjoyed the idea of having a business that would bring people together, because my day-to-day businesses are pretty much, a lot of us in an office doing work that is not at all front-facing to customers. And, I used to run some short-term rentals that I just really loved that interaction with the customers and being able to put in my own eye for design and have people say, wow, this is an awesome, awesome place to stay. But that's not really what I don't really like that doesn't matter. I don't really like the short-term rental game anymore. So beyond that, I wanted an outlet, And I felt that this would be an awesome canvas for what I believe could be the coolest game store I have ever seen. So one of my friends likened it to, this space feels like that spot where all the Disney characters hang out in the TV shows. I thought that was really funny, just because if you know, you know. It's like the lair. It's kind of like a level down. It's like partially underground, but has this street view, and it's just super cool. So anyway, that's a little bit as to the gap in the market that I saw and what I'm trying to achieve through this store in particular. Now, the other side of it is that I have clearly not been in the game forever. People have probably already commented that and are clicking out of this video. But to that, I want to say there's something that I have always believed in regarding like physical location, like customer facing stores or businesses. And that is, if someone runs a company or other companies that don't really give back to the community or create a nice environment for the community to grow in, then they should allocate part of their funds or efforts or time to something that people will enjoy. And it's just why whenever I've gone down through sort of towns that might not have a lot of life in them, I always think, why doesn't someone who can afford to just run a nice little restaurant for next to break even, because they know that they can have someone manage it and it doesn't really take any additional stress on their life. Now, I know to some of you this might just sound kind of crazy, but it's what I've thought about a lot within my own business journey, that I've done well for myself and I really want to do something that sort of fosters a cool community. And I think that this could be an awesome space for just that. Obviously, I hope that it can make money along the way. I'm not trying to do this to run a store for absolutely nothing. But at the same time, I'm not overly stressed to get the doors open and peddle cards and have it affect my interaction with the hobby. And I think that a lot of the videos that are out there about opening an LGS, that is like a really big focus that, it's cool to have a spot where you and your friends can play, but then you're stressing about making payments and bills and getting more inventory. And luckily to start, I won't have to worry as much, so I'll be able to make a really cool space and focus a lot on growing the community. And that is what I am looking forward to the most. So that is my rant about why I am so excited to do this. And yeah, if you don't agree with it, whatever. Let's go and take a look at the rest of the space. So down here is just a hallway to nothing. Now it's to the bathroom, but nothing to really look at down there. I was patching some cracks and seams that were going on from a previous break in the wall. But over here, let's talk a little bit about the play space. Now, I have a folding table in here just because me and my friends have come by and played games just for fun. We're not doing plastic. No, this is going to be cool. Remember that. So I have two thoughts. Let me know what you think is better. Either along the mural wall, we do tufted leather, not the bar seats, oh my God, like the restaurant booth seats, kind of like a rich brown leather. So the reason I mention that is because you'd be able to get the depth and the seating for 4-person pods, but then you don't have as much of a gap for where you need to pull out a chair and stand up and get away from a table. Because when I measured it out, you really couldn't put too many tables along this wall. But if you had the booths, you could probably get a few, you could probably get an even 3 here, and that would still give you room to utilize this wall for tables. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Otherwise, the idea was to have one really big, long table for big groups, or if you did tournament nights or anything, you could just line them up and then have tables over here, as well as maybe some floating tables in the middle that would be divided by a display case. Again, these brick pillars sort of mark the center point of the store. So let me know what your thoughts are. Again, the other thing that I'll really like about this is it's not that I'll listen to everything, but it's kind of a community effort. I mean, from the very beginning, I said I was going to be the guinea pig, and I'm being a guinea pig. Let me know what you think. Tell me your feedback, honest feedback. If you're just going to say I'm crazy, you can do that too. I don't care. But play side, sale side, again, singles, featured products, board games, accessories along the walls, display case down here, sort of separating the space, and this will probably also have some accessory stands along the brick pillars. And then back to here, we have what I will not really call it, but it will be a history of TCGs. That's right, with all of these wall panels, I want to have floating shelves top to bottom with every set from the last, several years. I mean, I want anyone to be able to walk in here and essentially buy anything. So obviously there won't be crazy expensive exclusive boxes, but I don't want there to be a problem where when you go into some LGSs and they say, sorry, we're out of Foundations collectors right now. That's not going to be a problem here. You're going to come in and there will always be stuff in stock, no matter what. Even if I am losing money on the product. Now I'll get back to that. But anyway, we're going to have just lineups of all the different boxes. We'll probably have some Pokemon back here. It'll probably go a little bit further to the right. So this will sort of be the point of sale space. We will have a buying station down here. And then over here, we'll probably do the custom commander decks and current commander decks where people could walk up, look at them on display, ask to take a peek. There's tons of storage back there, but this space is going to be minimal. It's going to be a little bit more like a boutique almost. Maybe some people will like that, maybe some won't. But the idea to me is less products on the ground, less clutter, and more of like a display, You say, hey, can I take a look at that? And we will gladly pull it out from down below, give it to you. You can take a look, read the box, decide if it's right for you. But I don't want to just jam a store full of rows and rows of product. It's going to be minimal, it's going to be clean, and it's going to be cool. So that is the goal. Now, brownie points to anyone who has noticed something in this video. I know I'm just walking around in circles, but do you notice anything about this place? Anything at all? Let me point it out. No one is going to be stealing anything from here because there are cameras everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we got a 7th back there. 8 in that corner. Got 1 over here. And you have motion sensors. You have everything tricked out, as well as, get this, if you want to get into the back room, key lock to get into every room beyond the main room. And back here, we kind of have an office space. Maybe do this up and make it like a trade-in space where you can come back and meet with myself or someone else. And in the back here, key on in again, you have storage with, again, cameras, door sensors, motion detectors. What do you think this place was? What do you think this was beforehand? Take a guess down below. So back here, we're going to have online and in-store inventory. We're going to probably bring the machine back here, the fizz batch, have, floor-to-ceiling storage, huge space. Probably not going to keep everything back here, but it'll be good to have a space like this for packing orders per day. So yeah, this is the back room. Again, probably just an office back here. Nothing too crazy. Little hangout spot. I do think like a private buy room would be nice, especially for people that want to come in and lay out their collections and really dive into the value. Also this room, which is like kind of weird. I don't know what the point is. See, it's only about this big. Well, that's that. So let's go out here and let me check on something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I realized I didn't take my phone with me and I thought maybe my audio cut out and that would have been a major pain. So I came around front because that started going through my mind, but we didn't even really go behind the counter. So let's do that really quick. Go through the door, through the space, and here we are into the behind the counter space. Now, over here we have built-ins all along the wall. Every single one of these is great storage, whether that be for singles, for boxes, packs, commander decks, whatever it might be. Again, these will all be different sets, products, stuff on display, and we'll probably do something to better utilize all this counter space, maybe set up some sort of display with a glass wall just to, again, better utilize this side. I really did think that maybe a buy station right here would be good. You just have the top-down camera, quick list, and you can scan it in and, you know, be able to make buy offers on the spot. Over here, you know, we'll have the point of sale. I might take this out and put in some of those cool, you know, Western doors, little Outlaws of Thunder Junction inspired, just so you can come and go and be helped a little bit easier. But this is what it looks like from, you can see these are windows. I just covered everything up in the meantime while we're doing work here. But this is the space. There's the thermostat. It works now. Didn't work at first, but it's very cool. A very cool underground, neat spot. I'm just super excited for this mural. Oh my God, I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool. Got a local artist. Her work is great, and it's gonna be a real piece of work. One other thing with art, these over here, I want to line the hallways going down towards the bathroom with like, you know like Nadu, how he's given that like nice stoic pose, just staring off into the distance. I was thinking it would be really funny to blow up those different prints and throw them in here and then just like line the walls going into the bathroom, because like these open up. They originally had them on these panels, but I thought these would be cool to repurpose, you know? Kind of like that. So just getting the ideas flowing. Maybe some snacks, beverages, energy drinks, keep people going. But anyway, let's get out of there. Let's do some final words. There are going to be so many videos moving forward just about this whole process. It's going to be super exciting, engaging with all of you, engaging with the community, talking with more local artists, and sort of making this space truly unique. I was thinking about doing custom altars, custom wall pieces, stuff inspired by Magic the Gathering, things that when you walk in, it almost feels like you're going into an art gallery of a game store. We're going to have like cozy, rich tones, I guess is the best way to say it. I described the leather booths over there, maybe a nice rug down the right side if we stick with the tables, rich woods, like natural live edge wood tables. So it's going to be very nice and yeah, cozy basement game store, but the coolest one that you've ever seen. Big plants, you know. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be so cool. It's all the vision up here right now. Working with a few people to help me execute on it. Again, I'm not rushing to get this open. It's probably going to be a couple months until everything is all said and done, especially because the painting probably wouldn't even be done until the start of the summer. So yeah, we have a lot in store. I want to share every step of the way. You know, right now As you probably saw, I've just been, over here and whatnot. I've just been patching holes and prepping the walls, cleaning up. This place was empty for like over a year. And yeah, I just got to kind of get it up to speed and whatnot. And then I can start getting everything painted and putting in the work. Yeah, that's not only am I going to be shipping orders in the evenings, but the one perk about being in direct is now that you're only filling an RI once a week, you can spend your 5 p.m. till 11 p.m. painting a store. That'll be good. Yeah, I'm going to be beat. That's why I have a energy drink sitting right down there. I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little riled up right now. But that's probably it for now. This video is already going quite long, but I could talk about this forever. I really enjoy the vision, the process, and I just want to thank you guys for watching. I know this channel's not huge, but I think just the reassurance of the community and knowing that we could bring more people into the community through a little bit of effort, and I don't know, that's just really neat to me. This is in the heart of a city, and people that might have never touched a TCG or tabletop games, this is the first of its kind in this city. You know what? If you've stayed this long, you're going to know where it is anyway. Gathering Grounds, Portland, Maine. Yes, the coolest city in the Northeast, at least by my standards. It's such a hip, fun town, and a lot of people here that I have just randomly mentioned Magic the Gathering to, and they're like, Magic? I play Magic, but there's nowhere cool to go to do that. And I say, I might be opening a store. Now I am opening a store. And come by, I want people to just feel welcome. You don't have to be buying a ton of stuff. This is the front face of the online business that we're building. So, it's just going to be so cool. I'm pumped and can't wait to keep you all updated on the happenings, the developments, and just how it all goes. It's going to be a journey. I've got a lot of other stuff going on with my other businesses right now, so yeah, we'll figure it out. We always do, and then we sleep for a week straight and kick it off for another year. So that's it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this is probably kind of a bombshell video. It's kind of crazy. Again, still pretty surreal to me as well, but I got to get to work. So we'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great day. Thank you all so much for watching as always, and we will catch you in the next video. Did I already say that? I feel like I always like repeat that. Anyway, see you later.